जय श्री माताजी। सुबह के ध्यान सत्र में उपस्थित विश्व के सभी साधकों का हृदयपूर्वक स्वागत है। कुंडलिनी चढ़ाकर बंधन लेते हैं। तीन महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र।
सरस्वती
परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर सामूहिकता की सहस्त्रार में आप विराजिए। श्री माताजी, हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार दृढ़ कीजिए। हमारा अहंकार और प्रति अहंकार आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित है। कृपया आप हमारा समर्पण और कृतज्ञता स्वीकार कीजिए। सहस्त्रार पर अपने चित्त को स्थिर करते हुए कुछ समय ध्यान में बैठते हैं। ध्यान की इसी अवस्था में अमृतवाणी ग्रहण करते हैं।
Today, it's a great day that you are here to worship your Guru in the realm of the heart of the universe. If we can do that in our domain of the heart, we don't have to do anything else. Today also, I feel I have to tell you about Sahajayoga and its value, which is related to other yogas which were accepted in the olden days all over the world. They called it one as the yoga, not Sahajayoga yoga. It started with various types of practices of Ashtanga yogas, eightfold yogas, with a guru. And one had to go through lots of hardships. Nobody who was married was allowed into that Ashtanga yoga, and they had to give up their families, give up their relationships. They had to become absolutely, just a minute, absolutely without any attachments to go to a guru. All their property, all their possessions were given up, not to the guru, as is done in modern times, but given away. And this was called as yoga. The another style was called as Sankhya. Sankhya is where all your life you have to gather things with detachment and then to distribute them completely. And take to a guru in a way completely surrendered, and then get realization. Sankhya is the right-sided, Sankhya was the left-sided behavior, and the yoga was the right-sided. Where the Gayatri mantra was used was the Sankhya. Because they were left-sided, they used to use Gayatri mantra. They went so much to the left side, that is to gather things, to gather possessions, to gather properties, to gather all kinds of friends and relations and societies, that they were afraid that they may be completely lost into all those things. They would go to Gayatri, the mantra of Gayatri, which teaches you the essences of all our chakras, the centers. I have told about this before also. Bhu, Uru, Swaha. Bhu stands for the essence of the bija of the Muladhara. Bhu for the universe that is created, that is Swadhisthana's bija. Swaha is the bija of the Nabhi. Mana is the essence of the heart chakra. Then Jana is the people, collectivity, is the essence or the bija of the Vishuddhi chakra. Then Tapa is the one where you go into tapasya, into renunciation, into hardships. Is the essence of the Agya chakra. And then the Satya is the truth, is the essence of the Sahasrara. Not the truth that we think as truth, but the truth that is expressed in our central nervous system. So this is discovered at the 7th stage of the Sahasrara. So the people who did Sankhya were sort of not so much respected as spiritual people, because they thought these are all involved into worldly things and worldly possessions and worldly happenings. So they were regarded as something secondary. Or those who were yogis of the gurus were regarded higher, because they had already given up everything and they have gone to a guru, giving up all the things that they have. But here, these gurus had a problem within themselves, because they found that those who came to them gave up everything, no doubt, but still there was lurking attachments. In their own ashramas, they found these people had their own attachments to things. Though outwardly they had given up, but inside they had not given up. So they were still sticking on to these ideas that, oh, it's all right, but still we can have little things like that, doesn't matter. Like that, there was little compromises going on. Like as we have here nunneries and all that. So both in a way were artificial. The one side is the Sankhyas were trying to ascend with all the luggage they were carrying. And another were trying to descend with all the ambitions of ascent. So it was a very funny thing in every aspect in both these styles of yoga. As you can see that now, if you go to America, you will find, oh God, what is this America? It's not democracy, it's demonocracy. But if you go from that in the realm of another country like Russia, you'll find, what is this? You are working here under complete pressures and fears. But as soon as a Russian comes out of that country, he can become worse than an American. So what is this? One theory works here, another theory works there. So which is the theory that is all right? Same you find about religion. Say a religion which believes in many gods like the Hindus, they are also believing now into the bhoots. And they are also following the path of possessions. If you go to a temple, every temple has got a nice arrangement for you to get possessed. Or even a church or a mosque, where God has to decide, you find suddenly you get attacked and you come out absolutely puzzled about yourself, ending up into lunatic asylums. So what sort of worshipping places are these, where you go to find God and you get the horrible satanic forces acting on you? That's why in the modern times people have become so very confused. We do not find truth in anything, in any ideologies, any philosophies, anything that started, say, Confucius started humanism, Socrates started another thing, Muhammad Sahib started another thing. Like Muhammad Sahib said, let us not worship God as an idol. Let us worship Him in the Nirakara, in the formless God. But you see the formless, how they are killing each other now? I mean, after seeing the Muslim countries, you can't believe there could be any formless or formful God existing anywhere. All must have run away. The way they are fighting. Then you see the Christian countries. Wherever they have gone, they have tried to dominate other people who were not Christians, just as if they had a right to do it because they were Christians. The disciples of Christ who said, "Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." And I have to say the same for all the Christians. Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. And when you are shocked at all these things, one must sit down and think, what is to be done? What's the problem is? So it is neither Sankhya nor Yoga. Then what is it you have to achieve? That is Sahajayoga. Sahajayoga is a system in which first you are not given a theory, but the light in your hand to see for yourself. In which both things look the same. For example, now you have got this beautiful house made for your mother. While your mother doesn't know how to get attached to even a pin. It's a funny situation. Everybody has to remind me, "Mother, it is your house." Oh, I see. And I am to be reminded, I must thank you all, especially the English, especially the leaders of English, Sahajogis, for making full effort to get this house. But then I think, why should I thank? It's not mine, it's theirs. And that's what it is. So a new type of confusion starts. And that's what I felt, that this confusion is very sweet and beautiful. It's a fact that nothing belongs to us, but everything belongs to us. When I think about how beautifully you have done this place, it belongs to me, all right. This house belongs to me. England belongs to me. And above all, the whole world belongs to me. That's how we see Sankhya and Yoga become one in Sahajayoga. And he said that when you see Sankhya and Yoga as one, then only Sa Pashyati. That's the one who sees. That's the one is the witness. So for normal people it could be that how is it your mother is supposed to be a guru and she wears all ornaments. But what to do? She is also a mother and she is also a goddess. Another confusion. How to make these two things meet? You see, a guru has to be a very angry person, wearing only single dress, either upwards or downwards, I don't know how they wear. With a big thick rod in the hand, never smiling, laughing no question, smiling. And the gurus have to be very long-faced, developing big beards, and no ladies allowed. In such a situation, where the women are not to be seen at all, I mean, I shouldn't even see my face, it's like that. There is a big discussion in all the scriptures, and not scriptures, I would say, the critics, whether a woman should be allowed to do the spiritual practices or not. Imagine. Not only among Christians, you will be surprised, even in Indian scriptures, whether is woman should be allowed or not to do spiritual practices. Now, when your mother is a woman and she is your guru, what will you do? This is another confusion, because it is wrong. The whole thing is falsehood, based on no basis at all. You may try anything to say that women are not meant for spiritual life. Try any argument, it fails. The other day I met one big John in a university, big fellow, I might say a really hard nut. And he started saying, we Christians cannot accept a woman to be God. I said, why? Because so, to put all these upside down stories right, your mother had to come on this earth as a guru. I got to this point out of one little confusion I had about myself. The other day, somebody was after my life that I should buy a bracelet. I said, I have no money anymore, I don't want to buy. All right, we'll give it in Puja. I said, no, but there's only Guru Puja. I said, all right, we'll give in Guru Puja. I said, on a Guru Puja to buy a bracelet was something funny I've done. After all, in a Guru Puja, don't give a bracelet to your Guru, do you? You can give, say, a big rod. Or you might give him a sandalwood khadawas, they call the chappals, or you may give him a shawl. But here it is, I have asked, all right, give it in Guru Puja. What was the reason? And I became aware of my own confusion, and I thought of it. I said, this is what it is, that it has to happen this way. That on a Guru Puja, you have to give a bracelet to your Guru. Let us change it over. The whole thing has to be brought up this way that everything faces reality. All these false ideas have to be given up. Like if you have a carpet upside down, the whole design is upside down. But if you put the carpet right, everything falls in right. And that's why you needed a mother to give you realization, and a guru as a mother to teach you that for ascent of God, nobody can be prohibited. That is how the Sahaja Yoga today is working out in all directions, if you find. To put all upside down things into right direction, to expose it to reality, to bring all real values, to abolish all rotten value systems, all political, economic systems, all spiritual theologies, all psychological and all such nonsensical ideas into its proper direction. How in one incarnation it has worked out. You can imagine how in one incarnation all these ideas have been put right. Another idea exists among Hindus that if you are a religious people, you should be a vegetarian. All the Brahmins believe this, and even the non-Brahmins. But we had a Brahmin working in one of the places where I was living, and they said that for mother we have to give meat. She doesn't eat anything else, she has to eat pure proteins. He said, yes, of course, for mother she must have. Whether it's a Brahmin or a non-Brahmin, all understand that mother has to eat proteins. Because she has to drink the blood of all these Rakshasas. How can she be vegetarian? And if she has to kill so many devils, how can she be non-violent? So the contrast that you see in the description of the mother, that she is the one who is the most furious personality, when it comes to the killing of the people who are of the negative land, who are trying to destroy her creation, her own children, and she is the sweetest and the mildest person for her own children. These two contrasts should be seen. Even in animals you will find the same contrast. But very evident in an incarnation like this. And today, through Sahaja Yoga, we have been able to prove that Sankhya and Yoga are the same. Whether you collect things, whether you have possessions, or whether you give away, makes no difference to a person who is detached from within. If you collect them for others, even better. But if you collect for yourself and then give away, that's even much better. Because first you collect for yourself, then you think, oh, it's good for me, I will use this one for myself, it will be a good idea. So the self is there. But then that you give away, that means your detachment is complete. Or the third personality could be like me, which just goes on collecting and just goes on giving. Without thinking, it collects, and without thinking, it gives. Because thinking is not my job. That is one thing I have given up, is to think. I don't want to think. That's your work, not me. And without thinking, how many things we have achieved through Sahaja Yoga. Yoga and Sankhya both are products of thinking, not products of spontaneity. This house itself is a product of spontaneity. I mean, as we call the English as sabloks, you see. So I took some sabloks with me round to see some houses. And they wanted to houses with some character. Means something must fall out, something must be crooked, it should not be straightforward. I said, now please, I can't bear all this crooked. So, no, but it has character. I said, now this kind of a crooked nose I don't want. Straightforward it should be. So they were rather disappointed at me. And the Sablok has some other ideas also. That say, for example, if you go to, say, to a place called Vinmaya, it's a posh place. If you go to the north side, it's little less. Then if you go to the east, it's useless. Like that. I said, let's go to the north. Northeast, as far as we can go. Because you know, the goddess has to be Dakshinamurti. She has to be on the north side, to be on her eyes on the south. That's the reason she has to be. I mean, we could not be in Scotland, that would have been too much for you. But that would have been the ideal for all of us. Because then our drishti is towards, our vision is towards the south, and we see the whole universe under our own beautiful visions. So that's how spontaneously we found this place. And Sablok were yes, no, yes. But spontaneously we got it. And then we found out it has a history. Then we found out its beautiful vibrations. Then we found out the potential about it. Whatever you get spontaneously, it is full of potentials. On this point, I have to say a few words. It's important. Can I have my handkerchief, please? I have to get few points I have to say about, thank you, about spontaneity part, which is quite interesting, the way people think spontaneity works. Like, it's mostly ego part which says this is spontaneous, with so many people. Especially the very old Sahajogis think they are authorities on spontaneity. Like we had a land in Vaitana. So one of the older one went there and he said, this land is vibrating and this is not vibrating. So everybody accepted, all right. Then they said, in this part of the land, nobody should eat their food. Now, from where does this knowledge come? When eating food is not a sin, is it? As if it is a sin that you are eating food in there. Then religiously they follow A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Z and again A, B, C, D. Of Sahajayoga to such an extent that I start thinking now they have become another fanatic Sahajogis. Fanaticism is against Sahajayoga, absolutely. Now they'll ask, how many times we should say this mantra? Then I say 0 times. How many drops we should put the ghee in our nose? Then I say a full jug. Then, I should not have gone from the left side. I should have gone from the right side. Then I would say you just jump up. You have to be like children. But the ideas are so settled down in Sahajayoga now. It's so many years, of course. But they should not settle down. If they settle down, it's not sahaj. It's not spontaneous. If you do this way, then it is wrong. That way, it is wrong. Nothing of the kind. Nothing is wrong for you people. If you do anything wrong, your vibrations will be lost, finished. What is there to be so cautious? Like somebody said, I don't want to look at the cigarette. I said, why? Well, looking at it also is sinful. I said, looking at it, what happens? Then I feel like smoking. So I said, better smoke once for all. Or I cannot hold a wine bottle in my hand. Why? No, holding the wine bottle is sinful. I mean, you can swim in the wine. So this kind of understanding should be there. Though I have always said that if I say one thing, you will cling on to it. So I always say the other side of it. That don't stick on to something. Sahaja Yoga is not for sticking on to something. Like somebody who had learned certain, say, lessons about Sahaja Yoga in the beginning of it, certain mantras they had learned, and still they are sticking on to the same step. No. You have to go ahead. This is just a staircase. Don't get stuck at a point. We have had so many such cases hearing. People get really outworn, as they say. They'll go on telling you so many nonsensical ideas. You see, if you do like this, then this happens. First of all, you don't give ideas to others. That's one thing. If you decide that we don't give ideas about what's wrong with another person, half of your job is done. Because you don't have to do any job as I don't do. Anybody who comes, you are a bhoot. You better have it. I get reports from others. They say that your Sahajogis are wicked people. I said, why? Oh, they tell you you are evil. They tell you are possessed. They tell you are this, you are that. They are very wicked people. I am really shocked to hear that Sahajogis, how can they be wicked? If somebody is suffering from something in the phone, they say, oh, you better have it. It's good for you. That's not the way. We have to be not only humble, very tactful and sweet to new people if you want any more to come in. But if you have decided not to have any more because we'll have to put another marquee, then I have nothing to say. But if you want others to come in, then it's important that you talk to them in a very sweet and beautiful language, the way they understand. Rudeness, arrogance, showing off is of no use. One should understand Sahaja Yoga is where you are in complete enjoyment about it. You are just lost into that enjoyment. Where is the time to remember how many times to give bandhan to yourself? What is the need to give bandhan to yourself? It's all a joke now for you, should be. A little child sucks the milk from the bottle, all right, because it has no teeth. But what about you people having that kind of a thing? It's very childish and shows no growth at all. Sahaja Yoga must grow within. You should not be anymore regarded as immature Sahaja Yogis. I would say a person who is a matured Sahaja Yogi is the one who can combine so many things together with all beautiful lines, thin maryadas maintained. But you cannot do the other way now. For example, if you say, all right, now I'll be sweet, and then I'll be angry, then I'll be like this, then I'll be like that. It will be a hodgepodge. It's a funny personality. You see, suddenly I get angry, like that. And then I... People will think you are doing Bharatanatyam or something like that. Showing all your moods. In 5 minutes you show 10 moods. This is the growth within you which will show. So we have to have our growth. And for growth, let us be silent within. Let us not react to others. This person is like that, that person is like that. What about yourself? Also, there are other ways, like I tell somebody that you see, you have this problem. So that person immediately goes to the second person and says, you see, mother told me that you to have this problem, better look after. I didn't tell that person, I told you. Keep it to yourself. So mother says is to be given up. Absolutely. If mother has to say, she'll say it. Why should you communicate? Why should you say, I never asked you to say that? Understanding Sahajayoga is very simple. Extremely simple. When you understand one thing, that you have to have your innocence intact. Now, how to get to innocence? People will say. How to get to innocence? It's a vicious circle. How to get to innocence? It's a very vicious circle. We have to get to innocence. Through what? Your ego or super ego? How will you get to innocence? Mother says, don't raise your kundalini. I mean, I am sitting here, people are just doing like that. What's happening? I am sitting here, kundalini is up there on your head. What are you raising? Now, how to manage is the problem. Very simple it is. In the beginning I said, let your Guru reside in your heart. How to manage? Why? Let mother manage. Mother is managing me. Keep it at that. Your right side will clear. Your left side will clear when you say, nobody can manage me but mother can manage me. Two things together. Things will work out. Thank God you have somebody like me to sitting here where you can say so. Think of those who never had anyone to tell them or to be in their presence, to say that I can manage this or you can manage that. That's how you can balance. Allow your kundalini to grow. Everything works out. Like this house when I purchased, or when they purchased, or who purchased. So many questions and complications. How? But it's worked. It's there. Quite intact. Nothing has fallen off. Nothing has gone wrong. I had to shout once, all right. But let me shout. You don't start shouting. As soon as I finish, they'll take a loudspeaker, shout even louder. Mother says, so you are this, that. I am saying about you, whom are you preaching? But only you must know that when I tell you something, please do it. Please do it. See, because I know quite a lot. Because I am Guru, your Guru. Because I am the Guru of all the Gurus. And those who is a real Guru knows that my mother knows everything. She is knowledge herself. If she says something, it means something. And even I may test you sometime, doesn't matter. That's how you become the Guru. Shivaji had a Guru called Ramdasa. In those days, Gurus used to take a lot of tests of their disciples. I never took your test or anything. But you are testing yourself, that's all. And his Guru one day said that, I think I need the milk of a tigress. I have to drink the milk of a tigress. Half of them died. And most of them didn't hear it. Shivaji said, all right, I'll get you. He went in the jungles. He saw a tigress and there were little small little children she had. And those cubs were lying on the side. He went and he just said namaskar to her. He said, my Guru wants your milk. That's all. Because Gurus are Parabrahma. Their orders are listened to by the Parabrahma. My Guru Shri Ramdasa wants your milk. So please, will you give me your milk? So nicely she got up, stood up before him. He milked her and took that milk for his Guru. This is what it is. Have you understood the meaning of Guru Pada? When you become absolutely one with the desires of your Guru, you achieve the position of a Guru. But if you still have certain ideas about it, then Sri Ramadasa has said that then God alpadharishtapahe. It sees your little courage. All right, go ahead. Break your heads and then come back. I'll fix them up. So it is important that we should do one thing seriously, is to take your mother very seriously when it comes to some request. Of course, in English language I always say, please, will you do it? Or I may even say, I'm afraid, will you do it? But that should make no difference. Other day only when we were coming for Cardiff, I said that the first class will be coming on the other side. But everybody at the platform said, no, it's coming on the other side. I said, all right. We sat down and then they announced that the first class is coming on this side. So we all again walked back. It's all right for those people. What about you? Many a times you have seen. And at the asking of a Guru, if something goes wrong also, it should be always accepted as the law of the divine. Because Guru is the giver of the law of the divine, not the worldly laws. The law of the divine he gives you. The law of the divine you understand, then you have to surrender to that law of the divine. And that's how you will become masters of that law. Today for a Guru Puja, I can go on talking to you. But today I would request you to understand that why surrendering, as Islam is called, was so important. That if God is your Guru, let Him guide you. Thy will be done. Let us not guide ourselves. And also, sometimes they try to guide the Guru as well. Then the Guru plays tricks. And then you fall into the trap of tricks. And then you find is too much. It's better to listen to what the Guru is telling you and better to do it. Whatever the Guru says is alright. Gurus can ask you anything. I mean, I'm quite a nice Guru. Like this Ramadasa himself asked his disciples that I have got a very bad septic big boil and please try to suck it out because it's full of pus. Imagine. So they didn't know what to do, how to suck the pus of the Guru is too much. But Shivaji came forward, he took down his hat, sat down next to him, started sucking. People said, how is it? It's very sweet, very nice. Actually, he had tied a mango there. That is how the Gurus took lot of tests. I have never taken your test and you do not take the tests of others. Leave them to me, I'll manage all of them one by one. Whatever has to happen, happens. In Sahajayoga, to think that 100% will be rich, wealthy, healthy and on top of the world is a nonsense. If you become very wealthy, then there will be recession because others will be very poor. If you become very healthy, then nobody will come near us. If we all look like wrestlers, who will come nearer? If you become very wise, then people will be frightened of such wise people. They cannot understand anything, it will go over their heads. So let us be in the center. We should be wealthy, but not too much. We should be healthy, but not too much. We should be wise, but not too much. So far, so good. That's how we should move. So we keep to our maryadas and we become beautiful Sahajogis who will be congenial to others, who will be able to get others to us, who will be able to project an image of magnetic personalities. And this is what we have to do.
कुछ समय ध्यान में बैठते हैं। जय श्री माताजी। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी की श्री चरणों में हम प्रार्थना अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज का ध्यान आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित है। आज की अमृतवाणी में आपने हमें जो ज्ञान प्रदान किया, सामूहिकता आपकी ऋणी है। हमें भौतिक प्रलोभनों से दूर रखिए। हमारे अंदर स्वयं शिस्त प्रस्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें आविर्भाव स्थिति में, अतीत स्थिति में, अकर्म स्थिति में स्थित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे अंदर संपूर्ण विवेक और समर्पण भाव प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज के ध्यान में अगर हमसे कोई गलती हुई हो, कृपा कर हमें क्षमा कर दीजिए। हमारी प्रार्थनाओं का स्वीकार कीजिए और हमें आशीर्वादित कीजिए। आपके श्री चरणों पर कोटि कोटि प्रणाम, अनंत कोटि प्रणाम। जय श्री माता जी। कुंडलिनी चढ़ाकर बंधन लेते हैं। आज का ध्यान सत्र अभी संपन्न होता है। जय श्री माता जी।